Last week on Seeds of Gold, we were introduced to the idea of modern beekeeping from Mzee Francis Biencha, a skilled beekeeper from Masindi district.
Well, bees are friendly. In this 1 acre here, you can put there around 500 beehives. It doesn't need a big land. We term it to be a lazy man's work. Once you put there your colonies, you only go for inspection, you only go for just slashing, just visiting them. Nothing else you put in, apart from them giving you what you want.
With an expert's view from Mr. Atuhaire Joram, an apiculture technician, this week we continue the beekeeping story at Mzee Biencha's apiary. We get to know about the thorns and roses of this honey-producing venture. Coming up on Seeds of Gold.
You don't invest in anything apart from buying the beehive. So after colonizing, what you have to only harvesting. You harvest your honey, you harvest your wax, you harvest your propolis.
Apart from the production of honey, commercial bees have a vast range of other products and uses that are essentially vital to human life. From bees are products like honey, beeswax used in making candles and beauty products, bee pollen used as food to boost body immunity, and propolis. Propolis is said to have a variety of medicinal values such as treating sores and also used in cancer treatment, which is why it is a highly sought after product.
So many products from bees. Only majority of the people knows honey is something so worthy in bees. But there are other things which are more worthy than what? We term honey to be the cheapest product of bees because we harvest once almost in a year. But there are other products which we go on harvesting every 2 weeks, we have the propolis. So for propolis, what you do, you open your beehive a bit. For them, they don't want air to enter and other insects. They fight hard to cover that part. So that is the propolis. As they cover that part, you can collect it. They keep on covering it as you also keep on harvesting. There is a bee venom. That is a new product just found in bees, and that one is more worthy than others. Bee venom, when the bee stings you, there's the poison it puts in you. That's why you swell. So there's that one has a lot of money. Now we have machines extracting those that venom from the bee, and it remains as it is. It doesn't die. It remains as it is. And just in one beehive, you can go there just once a week or at least in 2 weeks. So when you have so many bees, when you have so many colonies, it means you can go there daily. Today you go here on this one, tomorrow on the other one, just in 10 days. By the time you come back this way, the venom will have come in, and you will be ready. It will be ready for what? For getting more venom. So that one is continuous. Venom, there are people who has seen that it has a lot of medicines. So that one is very much, it has a lot of money. But because in 1 gram, you can sell it at 50,000.
Honey is medicinal. For example, in every pharmaceutical industry, where they are making syrup, they use honey. Most especially syrup for children. They mix their honey. Honey can be used to treat cough. If you eat honey, you can get relieved. When you have wound, you just smear there. Most especially these people operated. When you go to the hospital and they operate you, they tell you to buy honey. You keep on smearing. When a person is burnt, then you can use honey. So honey is medicinal. It is not only honey, but we have other products got from hives. Then we have this propolis. In our language we call it India. This one is also medicinal. For example, after processing this one, you can use it to treat throat cancer. Then you can use it when you have a problem of toothache. You pour there, you drop there something. If you have skin rashes, the same thing. When you are burnt, you also, or if you have a wound, then you just smear there. Then we have what we call beeswax. After processing honey, then you can process beeswax. From beeswax, we get candles like this one. Then we get what we call shoe polish. Then we use beeswax to make chewing gum. Yes, and lip balms for women. That's why we are telling people or women to stop using the other lipsticks, because they contain chemicals. But when you use beeswax, this is natural.
Honey is defined by the different looks it acquires from the different conditions available for the bees in a given region. Conditions necessary for good honey include good variety of foliage, water, adequate sunlight, good shade, pest-free environment, and good hygiene.
We have different types of honey, whereby we have the amber honey and the darker brown honey. And with honey, it depends. If there is a lot of forage around, then that honey will be a bit thick. And where there is few foraging plants, that honey will be somehow watery. That's why we have been teaching people here, telling them that the quality of honey depends on the availability of foraging plants around that apiary. Meaning that where bees are collecting nectar, what type of foraging plants are there? I will give you an example of around here. When you look around here, they are depending on cereal crops. There are very few natural trees. And when you got part of Nakashongola, West Nile region, you will find that we still have plenty of natural trees. That's why our honey is quite different from honey produced within here. And when you see the color is quite different. Our color is a bit dark, and this one is somehow brownish. It is not like hours. Now this is Arua honey. It is darker compared to this one. This one is somehow light, and this one is thicker than this one, meaning that bees within West Nile are collecting nectar from different sources, whereby we have the natural trees, and here they are depending on cereal crops. So you will find that if you happen to test this one, you will find a lot of minerals compared to this one. And another thing which is bringing this one, you will find that here we are fond of spraying. They are using chemicals. At least in West Nile, the use of chemicals is still low compared to this region. Yes.
In Uganda, the methods used in extraction of these bee products are still rudimentary, which is probably why the production is still very unsatisfactorily low. To extract these valuable products, you need a machine called a honey press, wax extractor, bee venom collector, and other equipment which a farmer must invest in.
This is a honey press. A honey press. We bring the combs. After breaking them, you fill them here. You fill them here. Then you bring this one and start pressing. That's why we call it a honey press. As you press, the honey comes from here. You already have your bucket down. So the honey, your good honey, goes in the bucket. So from there, I get another bucket with a very good cloth. I stain it. After staining it, then this is a settling tank. This is a settling tank. I put that honey there for 2 days for it to settle. The bulbs comes out and the rest of the residues also come out. So when I'm packing, I just open here and the honey flows out. When I put my container there as I want. So this is a settling tank. The residues just from the honey is called the wax. So I bring those wax, put them again in another bucket, wash them. After washing them, the other sweeter water goes out. Then I put it in solar wax extractor. This is the solar wax extractor. I open. I put the other wax, the other residues, just on this side here. I put it just in the sunshine. Close again. Then, as the sunshine goes on, it melts those, and the wax is settled here. So this is the wax which I get from the residues after getting my honey. Then there's another product from bees. So first product is the honey, which I must sell, and there is this also this one. It is good for shoe policy, making candles, and other requirements as a person needs. This making these matchboxes. They are made from this. Those are the two types. We have a third one, which is propolis. I told you when the beehive is open, they try to close it as they use this propolis. If you want to harvest it, you go on taking it off, taking it until you can get a kilo. Right now I can't tell the price of it because I normally don't have it still. But this one is continuous. For the honey, it is once or twice a year. But for this one, it is continuous as you go. This is the third product from the bees. Then we have another product from the bees, that is venom. This one has just come. People have not come out just on it yet, but this is venom, bee venom collector. This one is for collecting the bees. The venom. Venom, when a bee stings you, there is a poison it puts in you. That poison is called the venom. So this is the venom we are getting from the bees without affecting it, without hurting it, and yet we get it from it. So this is the machine we use in getting the venom from it. What you do, this panel here, you put it on the entrance of the beehive, the colonized beehive. So when you put it there, you switch on, then you put it on. So there is a power here now. When you put it on just on the entrance, bees will come and fall on the panel here. Already there is a power from the batteries in this one here. So there is power there. They will be stuck by the what? By these wires are alive. They are alive. So the venom, as they fall there, the venom sparks off. So when it sparks off, when they finish off, what they do, they enter again. Then I already have my, I switch off. If I'm to go to another beehive, then I go. So there is already bee venom on this one here. What I do, I switch off and open. This is a cardboard to protect the glass. So there is this glass which has now venom. I get my scraper, then with my paper or anything, just a paper, and I scratch off the venom. It will have dried because as it came from the bee, it was liquid. But the time it has stayed here, it has dried. So I just scratch off my venom, so I get my bee venom. The bee venom I get there is this one here. It is in powder form. This is already bee venom. On this one here, this is the bee venom. You can see this small thing here, and you can't imagine how many grams are here. These are 9 grams here. 9 grams I normally sell at 50,000 shillings. So there is my 0.45, 450,000 shillings here for this small thing. Imagining in honey, I sell at 30,000, but already just in this small thing here, I'm getting 450,000 shillings. You see how what the venom is. So this is another product of bees. So for those who don't know that bees are of more money than even other things. You don't invest in anything apart from buying the beehive, colonizing, after by nature it colonizes. So after colonizing, what you have to only harvesting. You harvest your honey, you harvest your wax, you harvest your propolis, and also in one beehive giving you all this.
With such incredible and valuable products and with such expected attractive profits, finding market should not be a problem.
Well, as per now, we are just selling locally. Yes, we are just selling it locally. People come in for them. If we are to keep records, there is a lot of money. Because for the money you get in just in 30 jerry cans, as per now, it is at 300 a jerry can. So you see that is a lot of money. And with me just on this bee venom, you see it just almost in 2 weeks, I say 10 or even more than 10.
Although man has been cited as the biggest destroyer of bees, it cannot be denied that bees are a non-negligible component to every farmer due to their supportive role in agriculture through pollination. This is why man should turn to preserving them instead of destroying them to extinction.
For farmers, you should understand that there is money in bees. More especially for those who don't want to break. This is a lazy man's work. You only go just to harvest. And from harvesting, you don't invest in. For those who are doing agriculture, you buy seeds, you buy manure plowing, first and second, slashing. But for us, we only go for money. So, fellow Ugandans, there is a lot of money in bees. Bees are doing a lot of things for us. For those doing agriculture without bees, sorry that farmers are killing bees by spraying. You should understand there is a very big importance of bees which it does to you farmer. Without bees, there is no pollination. They do a lot for every crop we grow. Bees come in. So if we kill the bees, we shall have no food in Uganda, not even anything. So we should understand that the bees is important. We should get friendly to them. They know. If at all you don't disturb them, they will get used to you, and as you get used to them. It's very good. Fellow Ugandans, we should promote beekeeping. You can do it in a small scale, in anywhere you want. In a dry place, in any, just in the hill, in any. By the side of the river, it does it, but not in water. It should be just by the side, but not in what? Not in water.